Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? You're on at JP'sSpeedGarage and I'm JP. So I want to give you some updates what's going on. I've been working on it and doing a lot of the tuning, fine tuning, like going for power. The problem is that the engine is just not putting the power out, and I'm trying to command advance on the timing and it's just not doing it. So what I've done, I've taken off the trigger wheel. I've taken the trigger wheel completely off, flipped it 180 degrees from the front, from the front side, take it off, you flip it, you put it back on, and I changed the orientation where the trigger magnets go, and I changed the location where the mag pickup is mounted. I slid it from, it was down here, now it's up here. So what I've been finding out is, due to the design of the distributor, and you can't phase it, you can't really adjust it per the instructions of Holley, I have to do everything adjusting the pickup on the trigger magnet. That's how I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Yesterday I did a test. I went in one direction. It got worse. I put it back to where it was and passed as far as I could go. It got a lot better. So it's like, well, if it goes in that direction and it gets better, but it's still not enough, keep going. So that's that's the next test. Another thing is I have to bleed these brakes. It's dangerous on the streets. It is very, very, very dangerous. If someone pulls out in front of me, it's game over. It's done. And I can't do it. I don't want to do that. And I can't bleed the brakes because it takes two people. And I'm going to show you some parts. So I'm going to redo some brake lines. I got to put these 2 PSI units. So what it does is that after the unit into the brake system holds a constant 2 pounds of pressure at all times. I don't have anything on the brake system. So I'm going to put these 2 on these lines. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to redo 2 main lines. I'm going to redo this one. Let me get a better angle. I'm redoing this one, and I'm redoing this one. Those inline pressure transducers, I guess you call them, are going to go probably in this general direction, but not on these lines. I'm redoing it completely. I have more tubing coming, and one's going to get redone all the way to here, and then the other one is this one, which goes to the rear, underneath the floorboard right here, routes up all the way back, and goes into here. So this whole line, this line right here. This whole line is going to get completely redone, and I'm going to add in a connection right here, about here, so it'll be 2 pieces. So for ease of installation and removal, to make it easier, this one's getting redone too. Okay, so see, it's got to come out so I can get access. Another thing, I think we're going to go back to fabrication. Notice I got my little phone holder up in position. I was going to go for a test drive yesterday, do an episode, like I was going to take you guys for a ride, but I ran into problems with the tune. Everything went to the trash can, and I had to figure it out. So anyways, I got to figure it out. It's fixed. It runs great. So in the middle, I'm going to put this up for a sensor review mirror. Be more safe. I'm waiting on all my fittings and my brake lines to come in to build the new brake lines. In the meantime, I think we're going to get it back into, we're going to get some horns installed. These are loud. I've tested them. This is the ARB air compressor unit that will operate the rear air locker. I got to get this installed. I've been sitting on this for probably 8 years. Been sitting, collecting dust. We get that installed, so we got a rear air locker for the rear axle, so I can go test the flux and suspension. I got a place on my property I can go do that, but I can't do that until I get a rear locker. Sadly, we're also still waiting on the front drive shaft. It is in the mail. It was shipped out supposedly last Friday. It's been over a week. It's Sunday and it's not here. Got a winch and a winch mount with nylon rope. This is safer. So if this breaks during a winch, it just falls to the ground. Where with cable, if a cable breaks, it is a whip. And it'll take your head off if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. This stuff, it's nylon. It's easy on the hands. I can hold it and handle it. It doesn't hurt, doesn't cut. If this breaks, it just falls to the ground, and you can just tie a knot, tie it back together a knot, and the tighter it pulls itself into the knot, the tighter it gets. This is good stuff, and it's worn. There's a lot of knockoffs out there right now. I don't know. I was tempted, but I was like, no. I found this one for a pretty good price. I think for $6.90. Can't beat that deal. So I grabbed it. So that's where we're at. Oh, I did have to move the lights. These lights, they're down here in this whole location. I did just move them up on both sides. I just moved them up a little bit. That's to make room for the winch. When the winch sits in here, it will clear the intake, and it will clear the future where the intercooler goes for the turbo system. Other than that, working on it. It's getting dialed in. This is part of the project where it just takes time. You just got to be patient. But I'm not going to waste your all's time showing you redundant stuff. And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video, get to work, get the seat removed, get this panel installed so I can do the ARB air locker pump, and keep going forward. Hopefully the front drive shaft comes in this week. I really will need that front drive shaft, because I will need to set up my final spring rates and get everything done on the suspension. All right. Other than that, I'm going to end this right here. You all have a great day, good weekend, great week. Okay? Take care, y'all. Bye.